Well, I do want to ask very specifically how infrared decalcifies the pineal gland. So we talked about the why of it and how some hows of it, but we didn't get to the infrared part.
Okay, so like sound, sunlight is a vibration, and what's unique, this is a natural event, when infrared frequencies, which are invisible, come into the body, they harmonize at the same frequency as the water inside of us. So that also goes back to Dr. Jerry's work on structured water. But when the sunlight, the particular rays, which like right now in Florida, they're between the hours of 11, between the hours of 1 in the afternoon and around dusk. That's when the infrared spectrum is the most present in where I live, you know? So again, that goes back to the direction between where you're located on the earth and sun. Mm-hmm. So winter, there's a different tilt and so forth, you know, so you just have to be mindful about that part. But now when you are in that sunlight, this vibration, these frequencies, which are invisible, they come into the body. There's a layer of fat, Gene, I don't know whether you know this, I have a little more than most people, but there's a layer of fat right under your skin. And that's made of fat, and that fat layer is designed anatomically to maintain the integrity of the inside of our body, protect us from extreme heat or extreme cold weathers. It's like a little insulating layer. Mm-hmm. But that fat layer is made up of more than 70% water if we're well hydrated, right? And so when this form of sunlight, infrared frequencies, come into that layer, rather than it being bouncing off of it because it acts as an insulator, it actually seamlessly penetrates through because this infrared frequency is the same frequency as the water, which is more than 70% of that fat molecule. So it just comes right into the body. Amazing, right? And so where is it going? It goes to the most dense part of our bodies, which most people thinking, what is that? It's not our bones. Those are structurally stronger, but they're porous. The densest parts of our bodies are actually our muscle mass or our organ tissue. Mm-hmm. So now we have this sunlight that's just coming right into our bodies, creating a vibration, which is called a bioresonance, resonant being vibration. And that is what unhooks and mobilizes all the toxins in our body, that vibration, both pineal gland as well as all the toxicants that are being stored in our tissues, our muscles, our soft fascia, so forth, you know? And so infrared frequency is what I think an incredible tool as a part of the tools that we all should have to help us with primal healing, because absent light, you really can't get a lot of these poisons out anymore. Mm-hmm. They're stored in our bodies. You know, I discovered through, 35 years ago through hydrocolon therapy that I was holding on to number 2 red dye that when I used to eat M&Ms when I was 5 years old. Mm-hmm. For 25 years, that dye, which is incredibly carcinogenic, was lining the inside of my large intestine. Mm-hmm. So this is what we are. We're kind of biofilters. Mm-hmm. The environment's sick and toxic. We're perfect in our own way. We breathe in this toxic air. We hold on to the toxicants. We try to expel them as best we can. But in today's world, it's really hard to do that without the use of, chelators, binders, we make an infrared sauna. That's one thing that would be really great. But there are a lot of other, ways that are natural ways to help get these poisons out. But it is something we have to be aware of, and we have to make sure that we're on top of, because if you want to live a full life and not, get sucked into hospital or big pharma and all that stuff, to do that, you just have to really be conscious or aware of the things you can do that are affordable, that are natural, harness all of those little pieces together. And then that creates that healing platform by which you then can detoxify, bring down inflammation, because toxicity and inflammation travel together on the same highway. There's no way that you can be connected to source if your brain is inflamed and your body is toxic. There's just no way. Right. You could try as much as you want. You can try to meditate, but you really can't make the full connection unless you've got that primal healing platform.